Hi YouTube, it's Dale from Beauty and the Empty Nest, and I'm here today to share my favorites for the month of March. If you want to see the top hits from this month, keep watching. Okay, so I have a couple hair products, I have some makeup, and I have two brushes that have really risen to the top this month. So before I continue on though, please subscribe if you haven't already, and also give this a thumbs up if you like these kind of favorites videos. So here goes. I'm going to start with the hair products because I guess I'm not as partial to hair products, so they're not as exciting to me. However, when you find a really good combination of different products, it really does make your life easier, right? So here goes. The first one is the Big Sexy Hair. This is the Root Pump. Now this is a huge container. I also get the little travel size. And what this basically does, it's kind of like almost like heavy duty kind of hairspray. I mean, it is very kind of holding. So the basic idea here is an aerosol. Before I blow dry my hair, I lift up the pieces and I spray it in there, and you'll see it gets a little bit foamy also while you're using it. And you do have to be careful that after you put it in there to really distribute around in the areas where you want the volume, because it does get very tacky feeling, especially if there's too much in one place. So just the areas where I need volume, I put that in there, and then I go ahead and I blow dry. I have also used this very sparingly. In this case, I sprayed on my hands first and then scrunch it in my hair for like second day hair when it's already dry and you want to put a little more volume back in there. But I have to say I've been very impressed with this product. But as I said, please be careful how much you use, because I have ended up with that kind of sticky kind of hair from using too much. But in the right amount, really works well. Okay, and another hair product has been an oil, and this is just the small travel size of this, and this is the Hask Argan Oil, and it's supposed to be for healing shine hair treatment. This has been a really nice oil. My only thing is it doesn't have that beautiful smell. So I still have a Marquise oil that I really like as well too. However, I bought this mainly because I liked the actual bottle for traveling, because it's very, very sealed on the top. But I found that I really do like it as well. I just wish it had that beautiful scent to it as my Marquise oil that I have that has an amazing scent. So my original intention was to use this and then go ahead and reuse this for my other Marquise oil. But I have to say I've been very, very impressed. This is the one that also is for added keratin for smoothness. So it's got the little bit of blue. They have a couple different ones. There's also a coconut one, which I also got, and I'll have to let you know how that is. But as you know, with this kind of oil, this lasts forever. And I think this was around $2 at Target. But I have found that it really does a nice job of kind of sleeking my hair, used in the right amount, and also for cutting down some of the frizzies. So I apply it before I blow dry it, and also I will use it in my hands, distributed very well, rubbed together very well after I've styled it, to be able to kind of just tame down some of those frizzies and put a little bit of shine. But I've been really impressed with this, and I'm really, really liking this container. It will get reused for travel purposes. Okay, one last hair product, and this is kind of a splurge, based on the fact that my daughter uses a lot of dry shampoo, and she was having trouble finding one that really worked well, and she really liked the different scents of some of the ones. Well, we found one, unfortunately, that's very expensive but works really well, and it is the Elizabeth James Nirvana one. This is the Nirvana Black. This is in the travel size. We've also gotten the large size. They have it in the black and the white scents, which are divine. But on top of the wonderful scent, it really is a nice dry shampoo. So I don't splurge and use this one every single day. I save this one. That's why I have it in travel size. This is for when I travel, because it's just that extra little something nice when I'm traveling. My daughter uses the large size, and she can't decide if she likes the white or the black better. She likes them both. My daughter does use the larger size, and she has the white right now. So she's going through that, but then she's also smelled the black, so she's going to want to try that. But it's a really nice dry shampoo. So I, as I said, use just the travel size because it is very pricey. But if you use dry shampoo very regularly, I really recommend, especially if you like this scent. It feels so special. Okay, now move on into some makeup products. Oh, that's always the fun part. I'm going to start out with some brushes. And these are very similar brushes, but they are similar in their shape and their density, and also similar in the fact that they're very inexpensive, but they are amazing. So the first one, the Up and Up. This is the powder one. I think I got this in one of the kits. It really is. It's so nice because it's very dense in there, but it really has a lot of movement to it. So for me, this is perfect for those kinds of things where you're trying to just tap on some powder or very lightly distribute it, and it feels so nice and soft. The other thing I like about this is it doesn't lose a lot of bristles. I've gotten so frustrated with a lot of the other brushes that I've used because they're constantly losing bristles, and some rather expensive ones too. Target, Up and Up, and I think it comes in a little assortment. I think you can also buy this on its own too, and I'll link everything down below, but I really, really like this brush. Another one that's also literally from the drugstore, from Rite Aid, is the Reveal Powder Brush. Now this one is a little bit less, like this one has a lot of easy movement. This one has a little bit less of that, but still very dense. Very, very soft. Same thing, I'm not noticing any shedding. So this one is if you're trying to use powder as your foundation, then I really like this one because it very nicely kind of blends it in. But this one does a little bit more for the lighter setting powder. This one I think is very good for any kind of mineral powder, any kind of powder foundation. Very nice and soft. Very inexpensive. Again, this is from Rite Aid, the Reveal Powder Brush. Really, really nice. Okay, let's move into some makeup products. I'm going to start out with a sample that I got that I'm really enjoying, so I wanted to share it. And it is the Tarte, and this is the Rainforest of the Sea. This is their setting spray, and it's really moisturizing, and it really smells nice. And it's got a nice scent. Of course, I had my mouth open and I was talking, so it doesn't taste very good. However, it's really a lovely scent. It really moisturizes. I'm really, really impressed with it. I still have a lot of different setting sprays left. However, I'm really considering that when I need another one, I think I'll go ahead and purchase this. Now, I haven't noticed that it makes my makeup last longer, so I don't think this would replace my Urban Decay All-Nighter. However, I can definitely see this eventually maybe replacing my MAC Fix Plus, or what I currently also have is the Smashbox Primer Water, which I really don't use as a primer water, but it works really nicely to kind of mesh that powder in or just freshen you up during the day. So I've really, really been enjoying this. Keeping on line with Tarte, and I think it was from the 500, I think both of these products are from that 500 point bonus from Sephora, is one of the Rainforest Sea lipsticks. This one, a little sample, these are so cute. I just love these. This one is Beach Bomb. I'm wearing it right now. I really, really like the color. Let me give you a little sample in here. It's a beautiful color, I think. And what I also love is that it's very, very moisturizing. Now, what I have found in the past is some of the Tarte lipsticks apply beautifully, are so moisturizing, feel wonderful, but don't last very long. I feel like after an hour and a half or 2 hours, they've already started dissipating on my lips. Whereas this one really seems to stay, but without that drying factor, which is really nice. So again, the shade, I'm wearing it right now. I remember to do that. I think it's a really, really pretty shade, and I'm really excited. So this was the Tarte, the Rainforest of the Sea line that they have, and this is in Beach Bum. Really nice. I could see eventually buying a full size when this one runs out. So, okay, moving on to a blush. This is, and I'm hoping you can still obtain this because I kind of got it at a discount at the cosmetic company outlet. This is a MAC blush, and it is in Warm Soul. So it's just a beautiful combination of a blush, but not a blush fully there. So it just adds a little bit of color and warmth to your skin, but isn't overpowering. So let me try and give you a nice sample there. It does have, and I'm not sure how well it's going to show up on my hand here because my hands are a little darker. Hopefully you can see that this lipstick there, pardon that lipstick. It just has that little bit of a shimmer to it, but not too glowy, and it just adds just that nice little bit, especially on those days, you can probably see a little better on my fingertip there, on those days where you don't want to have color per se, but you want a little dimension beyond your bronzer or anything else. So I have been loving this blush. So Warm Soul by MAC, loving it. Another blush that I have been adoring is by NARS, and this is in Torrid. So typical NARS. Let's see, it's more of a kind of an orangey-ish color. It reminds me a little bit of a deeper, more colorful, vibrant, or the Orgasm, NARS Orgasm blushes. Really pretty. Oh my gosh, and there is such a color payoff, as you probably know. I'm gonna put it up there, right in that area, from the NARS blushes. So you very, very, very gently tap your brush in there and then slowly apply across your face. Really pretty. I just love this blush, and I'm thinking I'm wearing it today. I think I'm wearing it today. I could be wrong on that one, but I got dressed so quickly I had to bring the car into the shop early this morning, so I was quickly putting on makeup and getting everything ready, and I'm trying to think if that's what I was doing, if that's the blush that I used. But it's just a beautiful color. Beautiful, beautiful. It's got a tiny bit of a glisten to it, but any NARS blushes I just adore. They are my absolute favorite, but they're pricey. And I went through, is it Trois? I'll link it down below. It's where one of the subscription series where you get samples of a lot of high-end products, and they mail them to you, and you get like 5 a month, I think it is, or you can buy them separately, individually. I'll have it all linked down below, and my link too. You don't have to follow that link, but if you do, I think I get a little point. I don't remember. But anyway, I've really been loving that because I tried this blush first as a little tiny sample. That sample has been lasting forever as well too. I now moved it into my Z palette for traveling, but it's been a fantastic way to be able to sample out some of these blushes. So that was how I first discovered the NARS Torrid blush. Okay, I'm winding down here. All right, another fun one is a stick foundation, and it's the e.l.f. stick foundation. I've been doing a lot of traveling, as you probably have followed along, as I've been sharing different segments about what's been going on in my life, and I really like the Makeup Forever stick foundation for traveling because you don't have to worry about including it with your liquids, with the TSA, all of that kind of stuff. So I saw this e.l.f. one, I saw a few reviews on it, and it was getting very good reviews. So just like the Makeup Forever one, very similar packaging almost even too. The color payoff is very good. I've really been enjoying it. Now, if you want me to do a side-by-side comparison of the two foundations, let me know. I have noticed that I can wear this 2 days in a row, but by the 3rd day, it starts getting a little bit too dry and clingy. However, I can use it 1 day, often into a 2nd day with a nice moisturizer underneath, but it's really nice. So as I said, if you want me to do a side-by-side, I would love to be able to do that. I still do prefer my Makeup Forever if I'm using it consistently over several days. But for $6, this is really nice. All right, two more products. Another lipstick one. I can't remember if I've mentioned this one before, but I like it so much that I really want to call attention to it again. And that is Bite Beauty lipsticks. And this is the double-ended one, and there was only one that I really liked the 2 colors on. This one has Cortado and Latte. Now, I don't remember which color is which because the cap comes off, so I could be messing them up. But this is the one color, and I'll put another swatch here. Let me actually twist it down. So that is one of the colors. It could be Latte, and it could be Cortado. According to this cap, that one is Cortado, but as I said, I could have messed up these cap labels. And here's the other one. Here, and I'm gonna put it right next there. And there is the other color. So down here, one is Cortado, one is Latte. I really, really like these, and I like them for so many reasons. If you know the philosophy or the idea behind the Bite Beauty lipsticks is that they are made to be able to be edible in the idea that, you know, as we're eating, our lipstick that we're wearing then comes off and comes into our mouth, and we end up probably swallowing so many of those types of products. So the Bite Beauty lipsticks are made to be able to be digested without any kind of harmful effects, which is kind of really cool. The other thing I like is it does have a nice kind of little flavoring to it. So if you do, you know, some of those lipsticks I have, I think it's Maybelline, one of those drugstore ones, to me has a horrible scent to it. And anytime I actually inhale any of it or get any on my teeth and on any food or a straw, it just turns my stomach. This one doesn't. It's kind of got a little sweet texture, but not the type of like a lip smackers where you're trying to actually truly eat it off. But I really like these. They're nice and compact because I can easily put them in my purse, and then depending on my mood, I can choose whichever color I want. So I really, really like these. These are really out and very easily accessible at the holidays. Otherwise, you just have to dig on some of the sites to be able to find them. So this is Cortado in Latte. Really like this. And then my final one is one of my more newest acquisitions, but I'm really thrilled with it, and that is an eyeshadow quad. This is from Bare Minerals, and this is, I think they have 6 different color assortments. This one is in the Truth. So a little Bare Minerals quad, you can see the back there. And let me show you the colors. First of all, I love the packaging. It's very similar to the NARS kind of black, kind of rubberized feeling to it. And here are the colors. I took out the little brush I never use, or a little applicator, I never use those. But these have really, really beautiful colors. This is one that has a little bit of glittery sparkle to it, but very minimal. I'm actually wearing it today. What I really also like is they blend beautifully, but I'm horrible. I often forget to put eye primer on, and depending on the shadows that I'm using, typically I really notice the difference when I don't use eye primer. When I use these, I don't notice the difference as much. So I've actually stopped using eye primer when I know I'm going to be able to use this. So let me give you some of the color swatches here. Let me clean off my hand first. We've got an assortment of blushes and lipsticks on my wrist, and I think I will actually even use my other hand. So these are the colors of Serendipitous, which is this one, Magnetism, which is right over this side. Then we have Fate right here, and then this one here is a Pro Plus. So let me give you some swatches. Here's 2 of them. And as is typical, it probably will not show up as nicely on my hand, simply because my hand is a lot more color to it than the rest. So here we go. You see they have a slight bit of a glimmery, sparkly color, but not too much to where I feel like I can't wear them for me with more hooded, deep set eyes. What you'll notice, and you can kind of see more from the fingers there, and what you'll really notice too is that they blend really nicely. They go on a tiny bit chalky at first, very minimal chalkiness, but then they blend out very well. So don't get too worried if as you're applying them at first you're like, whoa. It really blends out very nicely with almost any kind of, I just use a little e.l.f. blender brush, and it does a beautiful job just blending it out there. The other good thing I've noticed is there's not as much fallout as I typically find with my Kat Von D or with any of my Urban Decay or even Too Faced eyeshadow palettes. Now, I'm not a big thing of, oh, I don't like any fallout, but it is kind of nice sometimes to not have that, especially when you have a close quad such as this. Now, my other favorite thing is it's got a really nice mirror. Backside here is all a mirror. I'm not going to blind you by seeing that, but it also is beautiful for traveling. So this has become my travel eyeshadow palette for right now. So this is the Truth. I think there's 6 different color options. There's some really pretty ones. There's some greens. There's some plums. There's another one called, I think, the Happy Place, which has a really beautiful kind of burnt kind of color to it that I might get. It's very sparkly. I'm kind of on the fence as to whether to experiment with that one. If you have that one, let me know what you think about it, because I'm really tempted to go and get that. So a quad, it is $30, which I think is a little bit much for just 4 colors, but I'm really, really, really happy. And as you know, there's some different little discounts coming up. Ulta's having one coming very soon. Sephora is. That might be a good chance then to go ahead and snag another one of these, or to go ahead and purchase your first one. But really, really happy with it. So thrilled to have it. As I'm wearing it right now, I'm playing around with all the different colors. So that wraps up all my favorites for this month. And I feel like there's even more that I was going through the month. I want to add this, I want to add this, but I tried to keep it to more of the highest rising products, because or else I would be here probably for 45 minutes. So let me know what you think about some of these products. If there's any other ones that you think I should also try, I'd love to have some of that feedback. As before, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and give me a thumbs up, because it's just nice to see all those thumbs up. And keep that interaction going. I'm so excited to be back and be able to be sharing all this with you. And I actually have another video I'm going to be filming in another few minutes. So you'll see me again wearing my Snoopy shirt. And maybe I'll get my animals to come and join us in here as well too. But I'm going to film another video in a few minutes. So until then, I hope that everyone is having a great month. I look forward to our conversations that we got going. Goodbye, YouTube.